Alright, so, first like normal, we're gonna talk to the people around at the crime scene.
Like...
I'm not freaking out about like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen? Huh? What's gonna happen?
obviously
This
wrong.
rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey, hey,
What do you mean, something?
shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like I said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. Well, think about the countdown. After we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
You...
Now, don't bring up strange stuff like that. Alright, Kane, since you're kinda hidden. It mattered for Gundam's... It mattered... Thanks for the gift sub to Slayer, Scott! It mattered for Gundam's killing and for McCann's. Just sprinkle little crackers on them, make a drug deal gone wrong. Oh my god. Well, it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time. Look at the time. Or it looks like the time doesn't matter. It's clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So, it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh. Seems like a bad way to describe it. I just think he looks like a big old, like, vagabond bag. That's all. Like, I could tie him up to a stick and travel with him. You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we find the bomb is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time? That's when we all split up to search for the bombs? Yeah, that's the problem. She looks like she's in deep thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's when the sprinkler head is activated to put out the fire. You could see a girder net right next to it, right? There. Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling from the girder. Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there. Plus, it's a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood in the girder's badge. It's both section of your handbook. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way? It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. If only everyone could go home. Nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. Alright, I believe that is everyone that I could talk to, so let's look at the crime scene. A bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't exactly that useful in the end. Fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey! No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead. Is this one of those life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal, too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What do you call an oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed, going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you
I had
saying?
nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so
He's
evil.
probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, mon ami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. Gamescom live. I didn't watch the show itself. I watched a few trailers. Honestly, hearing that the voice lines in Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles are going to be going on during the fights, I love it. I won't give it to your threats. I'll fight you to the very end. I'll definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. Almost like those annoyances are gone. Wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Monokuma plushie has been at you. Truthful section of your handbook. Can we agree that they don't need to prove the bear did a crime? Can they just... No, they can't. Alright, I want to look at that picture again. Oh, I wish I could zoom in on it, but, why would you need to stitch up a hole? Like, the only other thing I could think of is that this plushie is from the dead room. Was Nagito leaving a clue as to where he got the lighter? Because I saw the lighter on the ground. Okay. The final dead room. Alright. It might be from that. Can I focus on the lighter? Lighter. There we go. Ah, this is... It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did some extensive damage here. The oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil ladders can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
you are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy the evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. Caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I could think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but... Oil ladder has been added. So I can't click on the blood itself. And I've already talked to everybody else, so it's time to go to his body. Never expected Nagito to die like this. He's always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Well, obviously the spear. Is it just me, or is his blood pink? Needs some sort of multivitamin? They purposely make the blood pink. I don't remember. I'm sure Slayer could tell you why. There's a reason for it. A spear with a flashy ornament is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? The core extends from the tip of the handle. And there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right? Chinese censorship says all body fluids should be white. You definitely just came up with that now. By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice! Damn you all to hell! I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight at the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. About the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have any blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I could confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir has been added to the truth bullet section of every handbook. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. Nah, it's from a meme where they did that. And oh my god, I bet! Does that mean the killer didn't just tie Nagito, but they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it.
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily? I can totally understand the dark impulse like that. iPad's kid looks like a torture case closed. Well, like we've said before, he's supposed to be the heir of like the Yakuza clan and stuff, but he's turned over a new leaf. There's no way he did this murder. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. And anyone that watched the first Danganronpa, you know that that's a military-based knife that Junko tried to use to kill I can't remember his name right now. Naegi. Did the killer do this? How could he do something so cruel? This knife. It must be from the military base. Military base? Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife. It's for you, Hiko. I'm gonna freak. Not saying I support anime profiling, but if the fedora fits. Which means after the killers finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
It cannot be.
And then they finished him off with the spear?
How cruel.
How cruel! I really don't think it's Fuyuhiko. Makoto Naegi, the other lucky... Yep. Then does that mean the killer went through the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
This is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use a spear, huh? Survival knife has been added to your bullet section of your handbook. There's a cut on his upper left hand. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this one looks like a slice. It's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere. There's something strange. Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his hand. I think that blood is from where his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, where he was holding the chain. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood can reach when it's splattered? Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but... Is there something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, so why is this the only part? See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure. You win. It's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Blood on left hand is banned to choose bullet section of every handbook. Alright. Wrong button, dumbass. So all that's left is the face. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Geez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to look at him at all. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. In one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
I'll be fine. I'll put it... Oh, shit! Damn it. On my controller, there is these back buttons here, and I accidentally pressed it. So now let's see what it said. Alright. Hey, what are you doing? I'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here. Putting the tape back in isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. Ah, the blood in Nagito's face. It looked like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case, it's no use. She's not listening. Hey, about the blood splatter on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. Huh? What's wrong with that?
Well,
The duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito is probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got the wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get stuck into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it. But just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Duct tape is bad to your bold section of your handbook. Don't think there's anything else. I suppose I need to look at the burnt... Okay, burnt rope. Nagito's right wrist was tied with rope. But it looks like the tip of the rope has been burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Burn rope has been added. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. I didn't watch it, Scott. I was busy, walking the pier with Rebel. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. Killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with a rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than the fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating other areas inside this warehouse first. Now I can look at the MP3 player. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But, why is this here? It looks like the weird music was playing from there. You know, the music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. It looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? MP3 player has been added. There's a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. Panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why were they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is Fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine! Those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening! Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored the protest with a mighty kick and the door flew open. Bam! Could it be... Was that it? And there's something else I've been wondering. We drove, immortal. Seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped-over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly. Isn't this clearly strange? Strange. That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Monokuma panels bad. Shupo sectionary handbook. Alright, I'm sure that... Yeah, that just leads me to the back of the warehouse. Tons of CDs. All these CDs are copies of Monokuma's music. They should have been burned too. There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. Sprinkles completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much. I mean, the only other thing I could do here is talk to people. So I guess let's talk. Maybe they see some other things. Matter for me. Campbell. Looks like it doesn't matter this time. It's clearly written to S in sharp. It's probably gonna be old information. Maybe Chiaki's got something new. There's a sprinkler. Even if there's important clear, I might not be able to notice it, but it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put up the fire. But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You are right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and became wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy. Haha! You were thinking that, right? I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime. You're screwing with me.
Yes.
Oh, my screwing? How lewd. Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already. Well, even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him, there's no way I would have actually done it. I'm just upset, you know. Alright, Fuyuhiko. Well, think about the countdown after we live through this class trial. Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Moist. Hey, Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It's alright, it's not a bomb! Why'd you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching a Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my.
Oh my, oh my!
Cannot be.
Do you suspect me? It's a misunderstanding. I'm not the killer. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch! Wow, I think that's the first time she's cussed this entire time. Sonia?
I am sorry.
Yes, I'm totally sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is.
As I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs are nowhere to be found. And because you're searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How'd you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought I could use one then to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. However,
that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Mommy as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
she didn't do a very good job of hiding. If the bombs are the same ones disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is, his reason for doing it. What? With this, I have explained everything.
You have a minute.
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right. I got it. Sonia's account has been added. Alright, I think I'm done here. Finished looking for clues where... Yep, I was able to find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base she mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. Pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear
Hey,
me?
you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place to try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her. I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea.
Huh?
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we investigate all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. Don't really need to say that.
Hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay. There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Apparently the bombs weren't actually fireworks. Reminds me, a truck looks like came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing particular that catches my eye. Wait, that doesn't count as something you can look at, the card reader? There's an enormous machine, but it stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. Break room is on the other side of this door. This is where we retain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue. Not even trash. Surveillance camera.
My!
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, this thought occurred to me.
Well?
That bomb that went off in the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide a bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, that would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think a group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
Alright.
Let's rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on! If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as
Either
pie.
way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Now for it.
Stop! There's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right. Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
Who
I
knows?
wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. Tell the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just telling you now for the first time. Phew! I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon. I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it!
That is...
Did I say something I should not have? It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Monokuma's count has been added. Alright, laptop. Next. No, not manufacturing equipment. Damn it! That reminds me. When we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have been killed. Which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, because that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. Now, I thought mine, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Nope, get Kazuichi to look at it. Life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket. But it looks like there aren't any clues here. Alright, I think I've explored everything this has to offer. Alright. Yep, let's leave here. I don't think it's a plushie. Considering the duct tape, how it said that like it was crinkled and going in, so he had to have been talking or trying to breathe somehow. And you can't really do that with a plushie. However, there is a factory that's manufacturing humanoid, android, robots, or whatever the hell you want to call them, so maybe that? But we'll see. Damn it. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who could do that. Alright, let's see what all... Alright, so first we'll look at the truck. Huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed to the truck bed.
Whoa!
Ah, found it! Huh? What'd you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like... Also, tape is not that hard to get off your mouth even with no hands. Yeah, if you keep licking your lips and stuff, eventually the moisture will make it flick off. A survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand? Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All right.
So, the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. If the bombs were fake, this must be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself. This is that dreadful helicopter. The one that executed Terror Terror. It doesn't have anything to do with the incident. Any more spots? Right now it's just monitor and camera. Well, there's this truck. When I tried looking through the truck bed, or into the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's there. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonya was telling the truth. As I suspected, the bombs disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know that the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there would be enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he had to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there is a different motive behind his actions. I'm annoyed. What happened? I'm annoyed. What are you annoyed about? I want to investigate Nagito's cottage, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I don't really understand, but you can't investigate Nagito's cottage? Maybe I should try investigating Nagito's cottage. Clatter, clatter. Huh? It's locked. Apparently, we can't go inside thanks to that. I'm annoyed. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to go investigate another area. What are you going to do? I'll look for Monokuma. He might open it for us. Then let me know when we can go inside.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so I can't investigate his room yet. Alright, is there anything to invest... Okay, what's this? Oh, it's a surveillance camera. I thought I would be able to investigate the actual sign. Alright, so there's nothing else but Nezumi Castle. Let's go. Hello, Fuyuhiko.
Yo.
Look at the wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought. It looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife. And it would have been easier, too. There's no way a spear like this... There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. It definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. It's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's dead. Or died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, I might be able to find some sort of clue. Alright, let's go. Alright, anything new from you, Chiaki?
Hajime.
Ah, Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy.
Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
Fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then.
Loose. Freak.
Bye-bye.
See, I've opened the door. Now you can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that? Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so pretty sure the last Monokuma is in his room somewhere, so let's find it. So, Nagito is living here? What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope? Becoming despair so he can act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Alright, okay, Monokuma's not in the window. Oh, he's in the tub. Okay. God, that's a pain in the ass. It keeps trying to just pop to the shower room. There we go. The only one I've lost is that second chapter one, because I can't find it. And if it's in that closet, then I lost the chance to get it. Yes, there's a refrigerator. Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go into the trouble putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator is a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? He fucking poisoned himself! Took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is... Yeah, it looks like poison. He fucking poisoned himself, and I'm sure he died before noon. Let me guess. The real thing is that he poisoned himself, and he was gonna take the antidote if the killer came forward. But because he didn't, he decided to make it look like a murder so nobody else could live without him, because there's no way the ultimate hope could spring from his death. Or something like that. He's a fucking psycho. He poisoned himself. Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine a little more detail. But be careful with the bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. Grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Why don't you just take your hand and just twist it while it's still in the fridge and read it that way? Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma special poison. This, a channel liquid, is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Okay, so it's not a slow-acting poison. So the duct tape over his mouth was so that he wouldn't spit it up. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. That's why the fire. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it's susceptible to hydrolysis? It might be hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. The fire grenades did not work when they were throwing them. What if this motherfucker replaced the liquid inside that's supposed to get rid of the fire and put the fucking poison inside? But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
that question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Apply to the bomb.
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison. He must have brought it with him from there, too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison? During the class trial? Jeez, how dangerous. Breaks down in water. Yeah. That would have been done if he accidentally tripped or broke the bottle. Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison? Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Another trap? For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on this island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Monokuma's special poison has been added. Alright, so besides the big glowing treasure box, is there anything else worth note in here? Maybe there's something under the bed? Bed kamikazes, okay.
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's the usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check it out just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... Huh? There's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed? What did Nagito use this stuff for? To pour the poison into the fucking grenades. That's gotta be it. That's why the fucking fire grenades did not work. He poured that liquid out. He had the gas mask, so that way... Well, the way the liquid works is that it immediately, like... I guess the best way to put it is that it immediately drains the oxygen from the area. So... If he had it... Well, no, that doesn't have an oxygen supply. I think he fucked with the gas grenades. Hajime, was there anything else under his bed? Let's see. Peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area. I found the supermarket bag and another small piece of paper on the floor. Piece of paper made of blue aluminum? A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does this mean this is just a piece of trash? No, I bet that goes over the poison bottle.
Wait.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. Piece of blue paper has been added. Alright, time to look at the big, pretty, sparkling box. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Ah, could this be... Can you let me know if you found my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. What, this is it? Why is a notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, 4, 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued in the notebook. Don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing. Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive
Phew!
you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you're allowed to peek inside. Geez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of my notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito is the thief?
No.
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student!
Hey.
Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar! What? You always show up out of nowhere. Monami, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monami can't even write. Huh? What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's right.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. Ah! See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way, too. Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you? So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me. Hold on! Damn it, she totally ran away again. So if she can't write in it, who would write in a notebook like that? Draw crude drawings and things. Day 16. No one believes him. Well, I think Chiaki's the traitor, so I think she's the one who's been doing the drawings and writing. And that's probably her private diary.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try and get answers from her. But still, I really want to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Monami's notebook has been added. A lot of books.
Yeah?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. They do now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. Doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
So, I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started moving various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed, it is a school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. The file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. This might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really only has my information, then why is this file so thick? As I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. Can't believe you make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned the page containing my information and began reading through the content. Profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. There's one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There's no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Ah! Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when you cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. Profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there still should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file. You're right, my profile is really in here.
But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but... Show me Byakuya's!
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Fucking cosplayer.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hotspeak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting
How should I
all
put
riled
this?
up.
You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. Well, what do you mean?
What the
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turn back to the file. One by one, I start flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Ultimate Imposter! Suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section is filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate Imposter? That's that Byakuya's true identity. True identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Isn't that why he was much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life? So the truth of Togami was revealed? Huh.
so cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then he was lying to us the whole time?
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell? Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others, and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess, maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting it for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have already known about the ultimate imposter already. So, in the end, all leads back to memory loss. Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's who from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that? Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey.
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct.
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito, right? Well, probably. Alright, truth bold section. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait!
Bye-bye.
Excuse me for a moment. Ding dong, bing bong. That chime just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
Why do you say the last class trial, huh? You think we're all gonna die? We will find the truth and live! The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that this is the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. And I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone. As long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? No, I didn't, Scott.
Damn it.
Stop it. You're making me depressed.
Stupid fool.
You're making me depressed.
Um,
So, it's going to happen again? The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends? But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I could believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why. I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like this is Monokuma's trap, you know?
huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you up.
Damn right. Stupid rabbits should just give up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I finally realized, after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. Possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. He's planning on making a human centipede? Fuck no! So, I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she's read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes?
Ah.
Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if we started talking during the trial. Ah, fine.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I enter Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. Right now, if I didn't have my suspicion about it being a suicide, it would be Sonia, because she was the only one who was gone while we're all in the factory doing our bullshit. But there's no way she would have done it. The bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Well now.
Well then, now that the Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up.
Enough, just fucking start this already.
Hey.
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now.
Now then, let's get this trial started. This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komida, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. but his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope would never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there's also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out the person who finished off Nagito and the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Wait, why is it Monami tied up?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
She's about to beat your ass. Or try to.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so
He
curious.
killed himself.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor,
And I'm sure he used the poison. The rest of it was just special effects, basically. Just fluff.
that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... You know what? Anyone who's watching, what do you think? Do you believe me that it's suicide, or do you think that someone killed him? And if you do, who do you think it is?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
That's an interesting theory, Immortal.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Whoops, wrong thing.
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Wait, what are the bullets? Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No, there were wounds on Nagito's body No, were the wounds that caused Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
It's because the killer tortured.
Okay, duct tape.
that's wrong.
Alright. Yeah, because there's no blood splatter.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
That's very true.
I'm prepared.
Oh my god, here we go. Idiot!
Ah, I
I
just
just
realized
realized.
it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. Torture wounds, burn rope, survival knife, duct tape, spirit gun, gear, among... Okay.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Exactly.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Ah, damn it.
Damn it!
Original topic. Alright.
and got information about the bomb's location.
Nope. Okay.
Crap!
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Tape Nagito's mouth after getting information from him? True, that sounds reasonable. But that clearly contradicts the truth. If he had listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have to go through the trouble of repeating myself.
His mouth shut.
I don't know.
Crap!
Duct
Pay
tape his mouth
attention.
shut.
This is how it went down. First,
Oil lighter?
the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him,
I need more time to think about this.
pay attention. This is how it went down.
Wrong button, dumbass. Alright.
First, the killer
Torture
tortured
wounds,
Nagito.
burned rope, oil lighter, Monokuma plushie, spear of Gungnir. What is spear of Gungnir supposed to be? Spear impaled through the stomach, cord at the end of the weight. For some reason, the only section where the cord and weight touched is bloody. It's gotta be the spear.
And got Then, after they killed him,
Damn it. I gotta restart.
they duct taped his mouth shut.
Crap!
Duct taped his mouth shut.
Damn it. I lost this one.
Crap!
Okay, this one's throwing me for a loop.
This is mine! We will never give up!
Alright. Wait, he couldn't have taped after dead because... Yes. So, it has to be the duct tape. The duct tape's the clue, right?
Then, after they killed him,
There we go.
Cut through those words! No.
I was overthinking it again because I was thinking since we already covered the duct tape in the previous section of this trial, like just before he did his rebuttal, that it couldn't have been it. So I was trying to look for other signs and clues. Like, I was thinking that I had to use something else. Like, I even thought about the Monokuma plushie and the fact that there was a hole in it. I gotta stop. I really gotta stop overthinking it. But yeah, Immortal, you saying that, it clicked. Yep, mic drop. No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up. What'd you say?
Who cares about the duct tape?
stuff.
Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
What's wrong with that? Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
See, that's what I was thinking.
Blood on his face came from
Arrest
his arm.
eye patch. It's not eye patch.
Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream.
Or so he wouldn't throw up the poison.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Set up the dominoes. Knock over the lighter, which burned everything. Yeah?
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Yeah, don't arrest Eye Patch. Exactly, Dong.
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
No, they weren't.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Nope.
Damn right it is!
Reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Panels, right?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No, they didn't.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
Mm-hmm.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
Nope.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Nope.
Or perhaps opening the door caused
Monokuma panels to tip.
intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
Nope.
Or perhaps opening the door.
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Oh my god.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
And the music.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
MP3 player.
I see!
Connie is so stupid. How has she lived this long? By basic survival instincts. You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those words of Connie brushed off everyone's warnings as slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Connie ignored their protest with a mighty kick and the door flew open. Bam! So the door is being
blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door is the only entrance to the warehouse. I see, so the problem Chiaki is talking about.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Nagito himself. Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Did I call it right? Is this a suicide? Huh?
Not just the victim.
What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
So my original theory after the last trial was that Nagito was going to be the killer because of the things that happened in the after trial scenes of the last chapter. And then I said the only person that I could see him trying to sprout hope from despair would be killing Sonia. But I suppose if he used himself, maybe he might have thought so. Or else, like I said earlier, he gambled everything on the traitor not revealing themselves or swiping their card, and he just ran out of luck. That could be it, too. Luck is a fickle bitch.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
He might. He is psychotic
He was
enough.
tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
No, he probably still could have done that. Although tying his hands would be a different issue.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Monokuma
How about you
plushie.
use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail.
Ah!
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right? That was the only thing I could think of. The plushie was there.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Oh, I think I get it now. I think I get it now.
Tying just the legs is one thing,
Okay.
but tying both arms would be impossible.
Alright, I need to speed this up because I think I have it now.
How about if you use your front?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Alright, now let's go to Akane.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
No?
Crap!
No. I don't know about that. Yeah.
Crap!
I'm not getting this one. Okay, so it has to be the burned rope, right? Wait, I already tried that with that one, right?
To actually tie up your own arms.
Alright.
That's wrong.
Hold on a second. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
His right
I
sleeve.
see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? he was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Damn!
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Wow!
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
You're gonna pay me a Benjamin? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
Oh, okay, now that part connects. Because his other hand was holding the knife when he stabbed, his left hand was holding the knife when he stabbed the right hand. And that whole, like, spot on the chain, that's probably what rubbed off on the rafter or whatever the hell you want to call it. Then hurry up and spill it.
Something lame. I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. He used his left hand. Blood on girder. I suppose that could be a thing.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
Blood on the girder?
and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
No? Okay.
It's wrong?
What did he prop it with?
And let the knife fall.
No, that's not it either.
It's wrong?
And let the knife fall.
No.
It's wrong?
Definitely tied up, so he wouldn't be able to say knife if he held it in his right hand, correct? Do not believe that's a contradiction. Damn it! Another failure. Is this one of those deals where me not overthinking it is fucking me up? I gotta really think about this. A huge bloody hole as if it was stabbed.
Tied up, bend that easily.
I don't fucking know. I am just... Oh, damn it! I thought I switched. Thought I switched to the burn fucking rope.
It's wrong? I agree with that.
That to me doesn't make sense because they don't have fingers. And they covered that too, where they can't even write or hold anything. So I don't know how he could have done that. I really do not know how they could have done that with that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that they could use a plushie. They literally covered it with the diary that they can't even write anything. So that to me tells me they can't even hold a fucking knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
The hole holds the handle. But are they heavy enough to where it can impale through someone's hand?
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, He had to place the plushie near him, and it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
So then why the fuck was the plushie so far away?
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
I suppose.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
I'm gonna guess because he didn't have enough time to think of that.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick...
Oh my
you'd die
god!
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Oh my god.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Oh my god.
Hey, bastards, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
I guess so.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monami sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
The blood on the girder.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now.
All right, let's do this.
Supposed to be blood on left hand.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't.
If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Nagito committed suicide. He must have used the spear to stab himself. Or there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is his left hand. Oh, fucking white noise.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
He was gripping.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Oh my god!
There's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
The chain.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding onto the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord and extended from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how could he stab himself in the stomach with the spear? Blood on the girdle. Or girder.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Did you call me out?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
It was positioned above him. Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So, if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment? I'll put those together and think about it. I should be able to figure it out. where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Logic dive. Okay, here we go. Had to be above Nagito. I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to press jump and I pressed the stop. Besides the spear, what else was above? The ceiling girder. What item can I spell this spear's cord?
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. Must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. They probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Yeah, I had to have.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. He's always been a fucking psycho. Well, not always. In the beginning, he seemed like a chill guy. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other, and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
Got a point.
You are right.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
No, your gut feelings have been correct. Why, I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
It's what actually killed him. It was the fucking poison. Someone mentioned the goddamn poison.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor
The poison. The poison that... what was it? Damn it, how'd it go? The poison that killed Nagito. However it was.
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Okay, but still, Chiaki could have fucking said it, Slayer. Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. MP3 player.
Crap!
Piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. The So the MP3 player?
Crap!
No? Is it the time?
I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the
Wait,
Monokuma
it didn't
file?
say what the actual cause of murder was. So Nagito Komita body discovered warehouse. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Spear stabbed in his stomach. There are multiple stab wounds in each of his thigh. Oh my god, what if that blue piece of paper was made so that way it could block the camera and he could take the poison so that way Monokuma couldn't figure out that he took poison to kill himself? And never said what killed him. Special part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... Was it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Fuck you. Cause of death. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, damn it. Fuck. Damn it. No, I want to... Ah! Give me a D. I didn't do that, damn it. D. Come on, give... Damn it, I'm gonna die right here. Just let it happen. I know what it is, but I was just too low of health, and I suppose I could have slowed down time. I should have just done that. I should have just slowed down time. Come on.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's laceration in the left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
No.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say. But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Yep.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting...
Someone mention the goddamn poison!
That his death wasn't a suicide?
Chiaki, mention it!
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. Absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking.